Welcome to PACCTX Connect, the podcast that brings together the voices and stories from across the regions. I'm your host, Aileen Ligutizan, the state president of the Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Texas. And today we're kicking off our very first episode of PACCTX Connect. And every first Wednesday of the month at 9 p.m., we bring you a 30-minute live stream packed with insightful discussions and updates about the chamber. Now, PACCTX Connect keeps you in the loop with everything that's happening in the five regions of Texas. And in each episode, we will team up with our committed region chairs and leaders in the chamber. We will dive into the latest happenings in the areas, and we will discuss how our chamber is working hard to support our Filipino-American professionals, businesses, and corporate partners. And of course, our goal is to provide you with essential information and resources to help you succeed in your profession and in your business. Now, whether you are an experienced information resource to help you whether you're a professional or business owners, you might get something from this discussion. So tune in and be part of our efforts to strengthen our networks and create a brighter future together. Now, I'd like to thank you for being part of our community, and I'm ready to dive into today's episode. Of course, this program is brought to you by Lawin Media Network. We are streaming live on Lawin Media Network's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also Twitch, and of course, the official PACCTX Facebook page as well. Now, if you missed the live broadcast, don't worry, you can catch us. You can catch the replay on, of course, our popular podcast. We have about, I think, over 15 podcasts like Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and many more. So I'm really excited about this. So since this is our first episode, we will do our introduction a little bit different than the usual introduction in a program. We will start with a game. So we will play a game, and we call it Two Truths and a Lie. And of course, our players are our chamber leaders. So each of our chamber leader will play the game, and I get to choose. Well, maybe you too get to choose which one is a lie. This is not going to be easy, I know that, but I will try my best. Maybe you guys can help me. So tune in. By the way, post your comments, questions on the comment box, and we will try to read them during the show. So let's dive in. Let me call our very first region chair, Rob from Dallas Fort Worth region. Rob, come on in. Welcome to our live show and podcast, Rob.
Hi, Eileen. Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for
Can you hear me?
Rob. Yes.
Yeah, very good. Is this about the lie and the truth already, or some other intro?
Yes. Go ahead and tell us your two truths and lie. That way we'll know you more.
Okay, two truths and lie. I try to make a story, and I'll try to do it with a straight face. Um, I'll say three things. One of them is that um, I met long time ago. I modeled for Rustan's for clothing, along with the cast of Annie, which includes Leia Salonga. Number one. Number two is I was a helicopter pilot, and every morning for about 2 years, I was doing traffic news for a radio program in the Philippines. And number three is I was deputized by the Commission of Elections to transport ballot boxes in a particularly contentious elections by the teachers for security reasons. So know which one's a lie and which ones are not lies.
That's really hard. I thought I know you already, Rob. Now, like listening to you, I'm like, oh my gosh, which one is it? I was thinking maybe I know helicopter pilot. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's more of a lie to me. Because I think the others are doable. So, what is it?
Yeah, I was never a helicopter pilot. Yeah. Very
Yay!
good. 1 point.
Well, tell us about the first one, the modeling.
Do I have to? Along
Yes.
this is when a long time ago we were I was at the group where Rustans approached us and to help us to model. They used to have clothes like Rustanets, they called it. And lo and behold, the group that we were with was the cast of Annie, the orphan Annie, and Lea Salong was less than 10 years old then, and but she was already starting to shine, and it was the first time I heard her sing Tomorrow. So that was number one. And yeah, so we did that for a summer and we got to know them and got to work with them. So I had no idea that Leia would become the big star that she has become with so much talent, but her talent already shown then. And then the third is in terms of the elections. There was a contentious elections in Pasay City then, and it was kind of scary. And they did not like to use the school. These are the teachers for security reasons, and the ballot boxes had to be transported for canvassing. So they needed to use a different vehicle which would not be recognized. So therefore, the Comelec deputized me to drive them and have the teachers and some other people escort us, so we could safely transport the ballot boxes. And thank God that everything went well.
Wow, Rob, now I know two more things about you. And one last thing. All right. Okay, Sarah, you're going to help me with Margarita here now. So let's call it Margarita from Greater Houston region. Margarita, two truths and a lie.
Hi, good evening. My name is Margarita. I am from Greater Houston region. And first of all, I love to drink. So I got a DUI 2 years ago. And secondly, I'm not very proud of that, but I'm learning to try to be good. And secondly, I would like to say that I cook a lot at home, but the children doesn't like my cooking, so they always order Uber Eat. So the third one I would like to say is my dream job from when I was young was a singer, because singer has a lot of money. They can earn a lot of money, and I love that, but never come true.
I think I know the answer here, Margarita, but I'm going to let Rob guess the lie there. Like, go on,
Oh my
Rob.
goodness. I can't imagine you with DUI. So so
Yes,
I
that
think
is
that's
a
the
lie.
lie.
You are right. You are right. Thank you, sir,
Yay.
for honoring my personal uh, situation.
Well, thank you, Margarita. But so that means you cannot cook. That's why you keep bringing pancit. You're buying food all the time. You're not cooking.
Yes, buying from my friend. I have to support my friend.
Of course, of course. That's what we do, right? We support each other. Now, I'm
Yes.
excited to hear what is a lie here for, well, let's call in Redora. Redora is from RGV, Rio Grande Valley. Come on in, Redora. Two truths and a
Hi, good
lie.
evening. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so my number one, I know how to drive stick shift. My number two, I've been in a nudist colony before. And my number three, I've eaten some scorpions and tarantula.
Okay. All right, Margarita, you gotta have to guess which one is a lie here.
I think number two is a lie.
Okay,
So,
the lie is number one. Actually, I don't know how to drive
Uh,
stick shift.
oh,
oh,
But
okay.
I'll explain the story about a nudist colony. So I used to be a supervisor for the USP score. So the volunteers that I supervise, we stayed friends and connected, and we used to surf together. So in San Diego, there's an area there at the Blacks Beach under the Torrey Pines, and that's where we would go surfing. And it's also a nudist colony. So we would go through that nudist colony, and everyone was kind of like naked, but we were just gonna go through and hang out and then go surfing on the beach. So that's the story behind that. It's not like I go there nude. I go there to surf. And
Uh,
of course, the third one, that I tried that in Cambodia. I tried how to eat the scorpions and the tarantula, and it
yeah.
was fine. But the lie is
Was
I
it
don't know how
good?
to try shift.
Was it good?
Oh yes, it's actually good. It's like crispy shrimp. The
Okay.
Wow.
tarantula is like crispy shrimp. Yeah. Scorpions are
Wow.
just dry and like a twig. You're just chewing on the twig. No taste at all.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Dora. Thank you for sharing those stories.
Thank you.
And now I'd like to call in Jean from San Antonio region. Jean, two truths and a lie.
Hello. Okay, so number one, my wife and I were neighbors in the Philippines, but we only formally met in Chicago. Number two, I have made wasabi ice cream.
Ah,
And then number three, I was a star point guard in my high school basketball team.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm tempted to, pick one, but I'm going to let Rodora do this. Rodora, it's your
I think
turn.
number three. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do not have an athletic bone in my body.
I know.
But
I know. And
you
I
get the
know that
height. You get
I
the
know
height,
that
Jean.
you are a great chef, so wasabi ice cream is like normal to you. Yes.
We would want to taste that
And
one.
I think
Yeah.
I know the first one because
I,
of
I,
May.
I don't think so.
Is
It
it
was
really going to be
horrible.
spicy?
It was a terrible idea. But I can tell people about it.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing, Jean. And of course, you want to call last but not the least, Joyce from Austin. Joyce, two truths and a lie.
Hi, everyone. Okay, Joyce Garcia. I think for most of you, you know that I used to be a flight attendant. So that's one. Secondly, because of that, I have done parachute, jumped out of a plane in a parachute because, and then three, I love being up high, uh, and you know, even though it makes me nervous, it's just something that I've gotten used to.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. Well, Jean, it's your turn. It's your turn, Jean.
I'm thinking it's number three.
Is
That
it?
I like
The years.
that I like the high. I enjoy the being up high, even though it makes me
Yep.
scared. No, it's actually number two. I've never jumped out of an airplane in a
Oh,
parachute before.
oh well.
But are you going to
That's my
try,
guess.
Joyce? Are you going to try the.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry, Jean. You didn't get that one right.
I played it off really well. Sorry, Jean.
Wow, what? I enjoy this introduction. This is fun. I learned something new from, our chamber leaders. Ako naman, do you want to hear mine or let's move on? Let's keep.
No, we want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna give you a really hard one. So, first one, when I was a high school student, I joined a stage play and I played the role of Wonder Woman, and I got a Best Actress award for my performance. The second one is I love martial arts, and I went to actually attended a full body contact martial arts class. Um, while I was pregnant, and then the third one, I did not like sports. I'm not a sports person. So that when I was in college in the University of the Philippines, we get to choose our PA classes. I chose folk dancing because I don't want to get tired. I'm gonna let who's gonna Joyce guess this one. Which one is a lie, Joyce?
That you did taekwondo when you were pregnant.
That's true.
Oh.
The first one.
It's not
Wow.
taekwondo. It's called konkado. It's a full
Oh,
body contact
Kumpana.
martial arts. Yeah, yeah. I was already
Wow.
pregnant like a first trimester because I Didn't
You
know.
didn't know you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but the lie here is the first one. I never get to play the role of Wonder Woman.
Oh.
But I did receive a Best Actress award, but for the role of Inang Bayan, like we're portraying that our motherland was being raped by foreigners, something like
Ah.
that. Kind of like, UP, we do such a thing.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's fine. At least you know what we learned something new from each other. Now, although I really enjoy this, but we really have to move on because we don't have a lot of time. So, to our viewers, you are welcome to post your comments and questions or suggestions. Shout out to your friends, and we will read them if we have time here on the show. And but for this time, I think we should take a little break. All right. We'll see you in a bit. And we're back. We're back here at PACCTX Connect, our very first episode, season one, of course. And to our viewers who just tune in, please join us by typing your comments and suggestions or questions on the comment box. I would like to say hi to all our. We have about we have about 134 viewers right now. By the way, our viewers are coming from Facebook and YouTube channel of Lawin Media Network. So please go ahead, click subscribe and follow so you will be notified of live shows coming up. And also, you can watch us live on the Facebook page of the Chamber of Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Texas official Facebook page. Now let's bring back our amazing, region chairs and chamber leaders into the screen. Let's bring them back because this time we're going to ask them a little, kind of serious question. This is getting to know more about what they do as a regional chamber leader, regional chairs, and of course, what are we expecting in your region? Remember, we have 5 regions as you saw in the video. We are a state chamber with 5 regions. So let's start. Let's ask the question first. Since I already called Rob earlier, I'm gonna go to Joyce. Joyce, my question to you, Joyce, is what's
Yes.
your vision for PACCTX Austin, Greater Austin region this year, 2025?
Yeah, so for Austin specifically, we are truly embodying what our state vision is, right? Yung kapwa, bangon, and bayanihan. So we're also applying that um, in our community specifically. So we just met with all the community leaders, with Alfonso, our vice chair, and it's going really well. Everyone's excited. We're going to have a common calendar, same thing that we're doing for our state. And so that's what I'm looking forward is unification. And as I said to them, we're still going to operate independently, but synergistically.
Wow, I like that. Synergistically. And energetic. Hold on, I think that's not gonna be a word. For me, I'm trying to say energetically, but I don't know.
Ener-
It is.
Yeah, it could be full of energy, right? With the
Yes,
right
just like
energy.
right now, we have
That's
so much
right.
energy to talk about really good stuff. So thank you, Joyce, for sharing that. We want to hear more about what you're doing in your chamber later on. So, but at this time, why don't we call in
Okay.
Jean from Greater San Antonio? Jean, uh,
Hello.
hi, Jean. What are some challenges you faced in your region last year, and how do you address them? How did you address those
Okay.
challenges?
All right. So the first challenge was how were we going to like demonstrate the value we provide for our members? So some of our members asked like, "Hey, what's in it for me if I join?" So to tackle this, we actively promoted our members on social media, at networking events, and through our blog. We also conducted we did a member outreach to understand their needs better, and then a lot of them expressed a desire to for more like networking events and more workshops for small businesses. And then, so in response to that, we've now expanded our networking events. We are scheduling both online and in-person workshops this year. We are going to be adding a mentorship program later this year. We've been celebrating member birthdays and anniversaries just to foster a stronger community. We've also introduced, and it's becoming very popular, is a weekly newsletter. And this is where we keep our members informed about incoming events. We feature member spotlights, we share educational content, just making sure everybody feels valued and engaged. The second challenge it was actually pretty serious. It was sponsor fatigue. We have all these fundraisers, and um, there's so much sponsor fatigue because there's so many galas and fundraising events here in San Antonio. It just made it increasingly difficult to secure sponsorships for our events. So many sponsors were already overwhelmed by all the sheer volume of requests. So to address this, we what we did was we expanded our reach for sponsors beyond the San Antonio area. We tap into new markets and networks that we haven't approached as frequently. So that broadened our pool. The other thing we did was we diversified our fundraising strategies. We introduced more cost-effective, engaging efforts so we have raffles now. We have a silent auction. We've raised funds, so we were able to raise funds and then also increase participation and excitement. We also introduced a virtual souvenir program, and then that allows sponsors to gain visibility in the digital format. It's also a budget-friendly format. And the most important thing was we then also focus on nurturing and strengthening our relationships with existing sponsors. So we do this by maintaining regular communication, and then we show genuine appreciation for their support. And our goal is to build long-term relationships. So this approach helped us secure continued backing, and it fostered a sense of loyalty and collaboration. So these strategies helped us overcome the challenge of the sponsor fatigue. And those are the two biggest challenges that we had last year, and that was the approach we took to overcome them.
Wow, what I love about what I heard from Jean, I heard so little challenges, but so much solutions, which is really good because really there's a lot of things that we can do to solve a problem and also to improve what we're doing, right, Jean? And I love to hear all those solutions. Actually, and strategies. Actually, the challenges are not just in Greater San Antonio. I think we have common challenges in all five regions, and but hearing all those things you've done, those are amazing. Now, if we have audience here who have some great ideas and would like to share it, feel free to share it. Just put it on your comment box, and we'll definitely look into that. Thank you, Jean. Now let's call in our next Rodora from Rio Grande Valley. Rodora, um,
Hi, good,
my
hello.
I, I was thinking about the scorpion Rodora. I can't forget that. Okay, so but my Miss Universe question for you is: what are some of the initiatives you're most proud of in Rio Grande Valley region?
Well, first, we have so many things to be proud about, but I think one of the most that made an impact in the community is the bringing in the consulate outreach here in the Rio Grande Valley, because Houston is far, and in our time when we started, it used to be we have to go to LA to renew all of those, passport, dual citizenship, and whatever we need from the consulate. And because of the because of the program of the RGB of bringing the consulate here in the valley, a lot of people benefit from it because they don't have to spend money to fly or to drive to Houston to stay overnight to pay hotel. So that's one of the programs that we found is very impactful to the community. Second, we are here in the RGB. We are mostly focused in humanitarian projects, and we have helped when there was a hurricane in Corpus Christi. The PACC RGB put together like a relief project where we brought goods and basic necessities to the Filipino community in Corpus that were affected by that hurricane. And even in the Philippines, we would send help through the Rotary for the high-end relief. But I think one thing that we are very proud of is the relationship that we have together in the chamber. The members, the board of directors, and the members of the chambers that we have, we are like family. And I'm not saying that as a cliche that we are like family. We actually really care and like each other. So that's one of the things that we're very close to each other, and we do projects together. We also brought the Filipino culture, and we are like the bridge to our Filipino culture to have our culture and our community visible to the Rio Grande Valley, to the cities here in the Rio Grande Valley, because we always support any cultural events that the city are doing. We put ourselves out there, and now we are part of the map of the community of the Rio Grande Valley. So yeah, we have a lot to be proud of.
Of
Mhm.
course, and I'm very proud of what you're doing there. Putting yourself out there on the map is putting all of us, our Filipino-American community, on the map of Texas. And yeah, well, thank you, Rodora. Those are really very interesting initiatives you've started there and continue doing. So we're just here to support you. So anybody there in that region, if you want to get involved, contact Rodora and all the other members of the chambers in Rio Grande Valley. But I'd like to ask Margarita. Margarita, how did you get involved with the Chamber of Commerce there, the Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Texas, Greater Houston region, and eventually became the region chair?
Hi, good evening. It was 8 years ago when PICC had a outreach under the leadership of Mr. Ricky Ginhawa. I went to the outreach to do my passport, and at the same time, he asked me to join the chamber, so I joined immediately. And I supported the chamber. I think this is a community that I can rely. And today I am the chairman for the chamber. I am asking the members what do they need. If they need exposures. So I bring them to mixers, let them know that we really care for the members. We not only accepted their membership, but we really care. And I am very proud to be a product of Greater Houston Region Chamber, because previously we have leadership under Attorney Eileen Dixon, and also we have established the speaker series, and we have also bestop mixers and things like that. I will really like to continue those things to expose ourselves, have a name in the Greater Houston area.
Well, Margaret, yeah, you're right. We really do care, and that's why we're doing this, because we care about our community. We care about what we can do for each other, and because we all want it to be up there, we want to prosper together. And of course, I know another great leader here, Rob. I'm bringing you in. Rob, can you tell us a little bit more about the PACCTX DFW region and your role as a regional chair? Aside from what Margaret has already mentioned as a regional chair, I know you're doing so much also in DFW.
Yeah, I'll have to give it some context. DFW is Dallas Fort Worth, and we're one of the five regions of the chamber. It's one chamber for everyone, and I am one of five as chair. And each region have one chair, and as in case some who might not know, then and then there's an overall head for the state, and that's a state president. That's Eileen, and then thank you everyone for. And I am so pleased and honored to be among this collegial body as well. The DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, it's um, the area itself. Therefore, we are serving Dallas Fort Worth area, and then which is used to be called North Texas area, and we can extend east towards Tyler, or west towards the Panhandle. But it's mostly the Metroplex. We call the DFW Metroplex. There are about 80,000 Filipino Americans there. It could be more, but some might have been hiding when we were counting. So that's the estimate we have. It's one of the fastest growing metropolis. Now, as chair, I'm heading the board of directors for the region, and one of the things I have to make sure is that we have the programs, we have the planning processes, the resources, and of course the relationships, so we can inspire entrepreneurs and help businesses and professionals grow. We are kind of split in our membership between professionals. There's still more professionals than entrepreneurs in our region, and we just finished our strat planning, and then we had the planning region, so we can help in that way. And we are very um, all ideas all are welcome. Anyone wants to join to be part of the region and part of they're all welcome. So that's it, and it's basically a 2-year term for each of the chairs, and so I'll be here until next year.
Thank you, Rob, for that. They're making it more understandable. I mean, how we are doing it here, how we are, our makeup as a chamber. Thank you for explaining that well. It's clear and that each regional chair or leader brings, of course, a unique perspective and energy, of course, to our chamber, and of course, to our PACCTX Connect. So let's dive into what's going on with each regional chamber when we come back after a short break. I'll see you around.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks.
Calling all food lovers and aspiring culinary stars. Get ready to turn your kitchen dreams into reality with the Commissary Kitchen, hosted by none other than the adobo queen herself, Nancy Reyes Loomis, every Thursday 8 p.m. CST or Friday 10 a.m. PH time. And let's cook up something extraordinary together. Welcome to Season 2 of Beyond Health and Wellness with Dr. Rich. New season, new insights. Dr. Rich brings you the keys to unlock your best self on Beyond Health and Wellness. Join us every Friday 8 p.m. CST.
Tune into Legal Treats with attorney Eileen Ligote Dizon every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Get your weekly dose of legal knowledge, especially on family matters like divorce, child custody, child support, estate planning, probate and immigration.
See you every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That would be Saturday.
And we're back. Oh my goodness, we need more time. But this is our first episode, so we really wanted to give you as much as we can give, but we have a limited time. But what I really wanted to go into now is what's going on in each region. So we want to know what's happening in our five regions. So if you happen to be in any of this region and you want to be involved, you'll know what's going on. So let's bring them back. Let's bring back all our five amazing leaders. Okay, so what's going on in your region? Let's start with Joyce, our Region 5, Greater Austin.
Thanks, Eileen. So in Austin, actually, this coming Friday, we are having our coffee and conversations. We normally have it every second Friday of the month, but because Valentine's Day falls on the second Friday, we're going to have it this Friday, and it's up in Round Rock at the Lamppost Coffee right on Main Street. And then in 2 Wednesdays from now, the middle of the Wednesday on the 19th, I believe, we are having our co-working day, and that happens on, it's in our office right in North Austin, and we're actually going to have a guest speaker, Dr. Jeannie Kakikazi. She is a chiropractor, and she'll be talking about your wellness, overall health and wellness. And lastly, we are also we're doing spotlighting on all of our members as well. So we will be sharing that throughout the month, and we'll let you know if there's anything specific regarding our member spotlight. But right now we have those two happening. So if you are up in Austin area, please come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. Yes, I would love to be there if I could, right? Okay, so what's happening in your region? Let's go. Let's ask Redora. Redora, what's happening in your region?
Yes, hi. Um, Actually, we're gonna have a board meeting on Sunday, and we're gonna schedule. We already have some things in place lined up, but we're gonna schedule when are we gonna do. We're gonna start with a speaker series, and the first one that we have is everything that you need to know from the IRS. And actually, I'm very proud to say that our speaker is my father-in-law, and he's been with the IRS as an agent for 34 years, so he's very experienced. And then we're moving on with real estate, accounting, and whatever will help the community to learn more about these things. So we have things going on, but we need to let you know the final schedule so we can invite the community to attend.
All right. Well, they have to check your Facebook page and your website to know more
Yes,
about those details. Yes, and get
we're gonna post
updated.
it. Yes.
Definitely. Okay. Well, what's going on in your region, Rob?
Yeah, it's start of another year. So we just completed board development, did the year plan, and that's one. Number two is we worked on relationships. So we've met with a number of stakeholders here, the big companies here, who can be our partners for development, for a lot of what we're doing. Forming relationships, like attending, like, I don't know, 100 Lunar New Year celebrations the past week and a half, and a wonderful people meeting up with other regions. We do have a mixer on the last Friday of this month, and the topic is also it's tax preparation and new tax policies. And now that I've heard that, I wonder if I can borrow your father-in-law, and
Yeah.
You can
Rodora.
fly him to
So
you
and it's
so
gonna be,
Dallas.
yeah, we do have mixers. We have mixers every last Friday of every other month, and the board meetings every other month as well. So that's basically what we're on. So then a couple of weeks we'll have the mixer, and that's what's going on this month.
Yeah, well, thank you, Rob. I mean, a lot of things going on in all our five regions, and yeah, that's a good thing about us. We can borrow each other's resource, right? Which is good. Um, Okay, Margarita, what's going on in Houston?
Hi. January, we have the mixer, even though the weather was not very good, but at least 55 people came support us, and we have a little bit of gain. That day we have five recognitions of new members, but on the spot we have five new members that join on the spot. So
Wow.
the next would be our a speaker is a speaker series on February the 20th, which is going to be immigration under Trump. That is our director, Attorney Gary Lagan. He will be the speaker and will inform us about all the new immigrations rules and regulations under the new president Trump. And aside from that, we have also the uh, morning mixer, which is February the 20th. This is with the Southwest District. A lot of new members will be there, and also because we have connected with the Southwest District. So every time they have meetings, we are free to join, and they are sponsoring all of our galas and anything that we need. They are willing to sponsor. It's really a very good partner to us. And also March, we are going to have uh, BSTOP, which is our business members. We are going to visit them and see what they are doing.
All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's all.
Well, thank you, Margarita. I mean, these are very timely topics nowadays. And the good thing about this is anybody who's in Texas can attend any of these events. Some of them are being offered online, right? So all you need to do is to reach out to our to these five amazing people, leaders in front of us. But before we move on, we have one more region waiting there. What's going on in San Antonio, Gene?
Okay, so this month we have, starting on February 10th, we have the Restaurant Owners Meetup. It's a fantastic opportunity to network with fellow industry professionals, share experiences, engage in discussions about potentially forming an Asian restaurant association. So this initiative aims to support and promote our community. On February 19, we have the February Business Networking event. This gathering offers entrepreneurs, professionals, and community leaders a chance to connect, collaborate, and strengthen relationships within the Filipino community. It's a great platform for building just valuable connections. And then on February 25th, don't miss our Using for AI Small Business webinar. This informative session is designed for small business owners looking to harness the power of AI to enhance operations and drive growth. It's a must attend for those interested in leveraging technology for business success. And looking ahead, save the date for National Lumpia Day on March 16. Join us for Lumpia Throwdown at Kaina Filipino Cuisine. We will celebrate a vibrant showcase of Filipino culture, food, and community spirit. From 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., enjoy a diverse lumpia buffet, participate in the exciting lumpia rolling competition and lumpia eating contest, and cheer on the contestant in the Lumpia Throwdown 3.0, where home cooks will vie for the title of the best lumpia. And find out the winner of the best lumpia in San Antonio for restaurants, food trucks, and caterers.
All right. Wow, lumpia. Um, it's is it dinner time? I'm like,
I don't know.
wow.
I'm hungry.
Well, thank you all for sharing those amazing work that you're doing for our community, for our Filipino American community and the greater community. It's really inspiring to hear about your dedication and, of course, the positive impact that you're making in the community. And of course, we want to know more. We want to do more. But we're not doing this in isolation. We are doing this together as one chamber. And why are we doing this? Is because we are true to our mission, which is to inspire the spirit of entrepreneurship among Filipinos, Filipino Americans, and our friends and to promote the growth of business and professions and to be of service to our community. And so that wraps up our first episode of PACCTX Connect. Whew, we finished that one. We're going to talk more about it next week. Thank you everyone for joining us. Stay tuned for more episodes. We're going to do this every Wednesday of the month, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And if you are in the Philippines, that will be what, 9, 10, 11 a.m. of Thursday. So please join us in this conversation. We all learn together. We all move forward together. Let's put the map of the Filipino-American community, entrepreneurship, business owners um, on the globe. Dream big, right? And so thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rodora. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Margarita. If you want to know more about they're doing, go to their Facebook page and YouTube, no, Facebook page of the chamber and the website. We have each region has their own website, and we also have our state website. So there's a lot of ways you can connect with us. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, take care. Bye
Good
bye.
night. Bye.
Right. Bye, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.